Do you have to restrict what the guys can do out there? Is it a pretty light load this week?
I don't know how to sort of term it, except that, it's not like would be if you had an extra day. So, we have a routine we go through. We're really confident in it. So, the aim is to recover them well and then have a good sharp session tomorrow and get ready for the game.
How have the guys pulled up from the big
trip? Yeah, really well, really well. Running well, all their wellness, and they're really bubbly and enthusiastic, and why wouldn't you be?
How's Matthew backed up, Ross?
Yeah, he's got to tick all those KPIs, so he's moving in the right direction. But he should train tomorrow, and if he doesn't train tomorrow, he won't play. And if he does train, he will play.
Any chance?
I think it'd be unlikely. Yeah.
Is he pushing his case to you though?
I haven't spoken to Mick this week. Not one word.
Robbie Gray's had an outstanding season and a great game last week. Does Ryan Crowley go to him, or is it Boak, or could he play?
It's an interesting topic, isn't it? So Robbie Gray, I think he's going to win the Coach Association Award, or has. He's clearly a player that's worked really hard to overcome some adversity. Really strong contested ball, strong mark. Great player, really, isn't he? Like he could be a chance for the Brownlow. I'm not sure whether he's been reported, but they've got a few. They're high level, aren't they? So Boak is a superstar. You got really Gray's won the Coach Association Award, sort of pipped Fife probably at the end, and so they're high quality. And then you've got a great tagger, run with him Corns, he'll go to one, and you've got Polak and White and that on the outside, and you've got Ebert, the ex-West Coast Eagle, they're probably still flat losing, that he's tearing it apart. So, and you've got Lobb in the ruck, so that's their midfield, without even going into detail. So it's a significant challenge for ours, there's no doubt about that. And as you know, they're number 2 offence, I think, and number 3 defence. So they're an elite team. We've got a big challenge, but one we're really looking forward to. We know our best is good enough, and we feel we've been improving. I thought it was a significant performance in Brisbane against real adversity, losing quality players, and it's a tough road trip, and but we ticked all the boxes. So we come in good shape, and we're excited by the challenge.
Is your form off 6-day race a concern, Ross? I think you've had 6 losses.
Yeah, look, it would be if the past counted, but I've got a strong philosophy that the past's irrelevant. It's what you do today and tomorrow that counts. So I wouldn't think it's a concern, no.
Have you had to do anything different in your preparation?
No, not particularly. No, not really. No, we just make sure they're all looked after, do a sharp review, prepare really well, and really get excited by the challenge, So, the past is irrelevant. 2 coins come up, past result doesn't count, does it?
How impressed have you been with your defensive pressure, particularly the last 2 weeks? Have you felt it's really gone up another fold?
Well, look, it's been okay. Yeah, it's been solid, but I would have thought it's our ball use and speed of ball movement that's been the most impressive, to be truthful. And, if we didn't stuff up some last kicks and that in the third quarter, we really should have won by 80 or 90 points, to be truthful. So, but that wasn't to be. Yeah, so we've still got plenty of improvement. We know we're improving every week. So, it's an exciting club and team to be a part of. It's a great game to be a part of. Opportunity to stand up, opportunity to be tested, opportunity to improve. Plenty of anxiety and stress for both coaching panels and both playing groups. So it's going to be those that handle it the best that come out on top.
Do you enjoy that stress, Ross? Such a thing exists. The coaching stress.
Yeah, I certainly don't shy away from it. You've got to take the anxiety and the stress to, otherwise, sit down the lower reaches of the ladder, or happy to be average and normal. That's certainly not what we're about, and clearly it's not what Port's about. But you can slip into the norm, or you can try and sort of differentiate yourself by standing up and giving great effort, and that's what we're about.
What about for the players? How do you help them cope with the stress in such a high stakes game?
Oh, look, they're fine. They deal with it every week, so they're conditioned to it. It's not like we've just rolled up to round 23 and all of a sudden you've got a cutthroat match. We're under pressure every week, So obviously, the outcome's really sharp because it's the end of the practice period, really, isn't it? You're just trying to get a grid position. So it's going to be 4th or 5th grid, isn't it, for either team? So then the real season starts. So we're conditioned to handling it.
How do you, a running team like that, and you might probably have watched the game by now, I'm guessing, how do you stop that kind of powerful run that they have coming off half-back and pushing forward?
Yeah, it's a good point. No, I haven't watched them yet, so I just deal with us. We put most of our energies into us, and then we get to the opposition later in the week. So we're a pretty handy running team. I think we've been the best fourth quarter team, second half team for a while now. So, and I think we're the sixth best starting. So we're a handy team ourselves. I focus on us, not too much the opposition. We'll throw some challenges at Port.
Ross, must be pleased with the flexibility now of your forward line with the three smalls. Tabernar stepped up. If Matthew plays this week, Main's been really good. You must
He's improved, Maney. Yeah, I think his one's defensive work's improved. Walters has brought an element of that. I think our front half pressure's stepped up. And we're happy to be a bit taller. You know, it gets a bit more significant. I think at times we've been too small. So, it's good to have. First of all, pick them on form and ability and effort, and then we worry about the height. But it's nice when you get the combination of both. Get a nice balance.
How good Taylor Cross you've been since he's come into the side?
He's been good enough to retain his spot. He's got plenty of improvement. We're thrilled that he's been able to develop here. I think you're seeing, the rewards of our development program and resources and our core leaders bringing the kids on. To see Sutcliffe, Neil, Crozier, Tabernar coming through is really significant. And then Duffy, and obviously Sheridan, who's been injured, will play in the waffle. So we think we've got a really good profile coming through, and Aptness has played. So, we've always got a bit of an eye on the future, and we're thrilled with how those kids are going.
Under the current finals format, no team has won the flag from outside of fourth. Is this result this weekend pivotal to your flag chances? Is this basically...
Well, I think that's self-evident. I think I've answered it previously. You'd rather finish fourth than fifth. You'd rather have a double chance than not.
Is it more so from over this side of the country because of the travel involved, having to go back, the possibility of having to go backwards and forwards 3 times to get to the...
Look, it's not something I think about, to be truthful, except just knowing the history of the double chance. And at the end of the day, there's a reason the top 4, they proved to win the most games in the practice period, which we call the season. So that's where the quality sits. And obviously flying every week would be different to what we do, which is every alternate week in season. But I'm not posturing or thinking about ramifications. I'm just focused on the job at hand and pretty keen to stay in the moment and the next moment, because that's what gets it done. Sort of worrying about travel and all of these extraneous issues that doesn't help me or the team.
Does it feel like the finals have started a week early?
No, not particularly for me. No, not. Well, we prepare every week like it's a grand final. So if those prepare, I'll be surprised if clubs or coaches prepare any more for this round than they did last round, because I just feel personally if we've done that, we've taken a shortcut in the other rounds, and our members and fans and executive would be disappointed in that, wouldn't they? And our players. So we prepare every week the same.
Port have lost their past 4 games against you in Perth by an average of 53 points, and I know you don't live in the past, but psychologically is there an edge there?
Well, your butt's probably answered the question, isn't it? You've answered your own question. That's all. It's all hyperbole, isn't it? The past is irrelevant.
But when
I'm sure. Look, I don't want to indulge the conversation because I think Port would hear that and start laughing too.
Ross, do you expect Lex Bird to play this week?
Yeah, he'll play.